Before this video begins, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. The Smith family was thrilled to move into their new home. The old Victorian-style house sat atop a small hill surrounded by towering oak trees in the middle of the countryside. The house had been vacant for several years before they bought it, and it was in dire need of some repairs, but the Smiths saw its potential. As soon as they moved in, they started to notice strange things happening. Doors would open and close on their own, and strange noises could be heard echoing through the halls at night. "Did you hear that?" Sarah, the youngest daughter, asked her older brother, Tim. "Hear what?" Tim replied, looking up from his book. "It sounded like someone whispering my name," Sarah said, her voice trembling. Tim brushed it off. "You're just hearing things. It's an old house. It's going to make noises." But Sarah couldn't shake off the feeling that something wasn't right in the house. As the weeks passed, the strange occurrences grew more frequent. The family started experiencing terrifying visions of the house's dark past. Mrs. Smith would hear the sound of a baby crying, and she would follow the sound, but it would always lead her to an empty room. One night, Mr. Smith woke up in the middle of the night to find a woman standing at the foot of his bed, staring at him with hollow eyes. "Who are you? What are you doing in my room?" he shouted, trying to muster up the courage to confront her. But the woman didn't reply. She just vanished into thin air. The Smiths started to realize that they might not be alone in the house, and that something malevolent was lurking in the shadows. One day, they decided to reach out to a paranormal investigator to help them uncover the truth about what was happening in their home. The investigator, a middle-aged man named Jack, arrived at the house with his equipment and began to survey the property. As he walked around the house, he felt a heavy presence weighing down on him. "This house has a lot of negative energy," he said, his voice grave. "I'm getting strong readings in the attic. We should check it out." The Smiths followed Jack up to the attic, where they found a small, locked room hidden behind some old boxes. "I think we found something," Jack said, his voice shaking. He pulled out a key and unlocked the door. The room was pitch black, and as Jack flicked on his flashlight, he saw something that made him recoil in horror. The room was covered in strange symbols and writings, and in the middle of the room, there was a small, rotting crib. The Smiths felt a chill run down their spines. "What is this place?" Mrs. Smith whispered. "I think this room was used for some kind of ritual," Jack said, his voice low. "And I think the spirit of the person who was sacrificed here is still trapped in this house." The Smiths felt their hearts pounding in their chests. They knew they had to leave the house. As they made their way down the stairs, they heard the sound of a baby crying. The cry grew louder and louder until it felt like it was echoing through the entire house. "We have to go!" Mr. Smith shouted, grabbing his family by the arm. They ran out of the house, leaving their possessions behind, and drove away as fast as they could. As they looked back at the house in their rearview mirror, they saw the windows light up, as if someone had turned on all the lights in the house. Hey guys, this is Storyscape, and thanks for watching.